476 total active units on the market for sale. I am Connor McIver, Connor with Honor. You can find more about me and also exactly what's happening in the real estate market at Santa Clarita openhouses.com. I do a daily update every single day. This is one of those daily updates. I talk about real estate inventory, what buyers and sellers should be looking for, and again, most everything is pretty green. It just depends on how the market adjusts as to what information that I'm going to be able to publicize and talk about to help you, whether you're wanting to buy, wanting to sell, or whether you just hate real estate agents. All three of those I'll be able to help you with. All in. All right, so we have the last 7 days of activity, 8 coming soon listings. 89 new listings have actually entered the Santa Clarita market for sale. This is a little bit higher than normal, but I've been watching this trend develop over the last several weeks as we have continued to have more and more listings added to the market. However, we're not building much of a surplus at all. Those listings are selling out rather quickly. In fact, currently we have 80 properties that are currently in escrow. So these are properties that are moving in. Balance that over or compare that with the new listings at 89. 80 in escrow, 89 new listings, not building much. And this is 7-day snapshots. Over time, we might build a little bit more. We'll have to figure out whether or not that's going to cause this market to become more balanced in a way where the competition is less high between buyers, but that then disappoints sellers because then their competition is less high as well. We'll watch these trends develop. Right now, we do still have a supply and demand issue. Not a lot of real estate for sale. And the big holdback point currently is most of the people that might want to sell that need to move are locked into a very low interest rate. So that I'm getting phone calls about finding out what it costs to rent and manage properties and how that looks, and then how to remove or take money out of a current residence, keeping that low interest rate, some type of a home equity line of credit, and using the money that you're able to leverage out of your equity to buy that next house, keep this one rented currently at a very low interest rate. So a lot of sellers are exploring that. But when it comes to then finding, so once we get that side settled, then it comes to them finding that house that they want to move to. That's a whole nother thing because there happens not to be a lot of inventory. Again, supply and demand. If you are considering selling real estate, that's something you're going to want to consider. Do your research, and you can do your online searching like everybody else does. My recommendation, though, is when you get closer to being ready, when you want more advice, when you actually want to see those listings for sale, you can DIY it or do it yourself online. But if you get somebody to work for you and do that searching and look for and vet these properties, I believe that's going to actually save you time. That's going to give you less headaches and make you be able to go through that process a lot safer than if you're trying to just to look for things as you see them coming up online. Also online here in the next couple of weeks, we're going to see a big change where there's not going to be any kind of concessions or commissions offering on the real estate for sale. It's going to be up to you and what you're going to pay your agent to represent you, and the seller is thereby going to pay their own agent. The seller could still opt to offer a commission to the agent representing you as a buyer. We'll have to see how that pans out in the market. But as far as real estate goes, I wouldn't let that be a big stumbling point. We'll have to see what happens with that model and find out how agents are going to be implementing that. Basically, from me to my client, it's basically a straight explanation of this is what I cost and this is what I do to earn that money. And we take it from there. I do that also with the sellers. This is what I charge. And to earn that, this is what I do. And it's really very simple, and it makes a lot of sense. Don't get caught up in this Web 2.0 nonsense or people trying to give you a lot of fantastical kind of self-sales and talking about how they do things better. In essence, it's really going to come down to that agent communicating with you every step of the way and doing their best to provide you with all the knowledge, of course, throughout the transaction, the best advice, but also leaving you as where you need to be as the boss in the transaction. I'm Connor with Honor. Thank you so much for watching. We'll talk to you soon. Be well, Santa Clarita. We'll talk to you tomorrow. I'm Connor McIver. Over and out.